Shalom, Allah start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahshua, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, and Great Millstone, salutations to all for let this push is truth. Cause for comes of the earth, all faith, truth, and sincerity. Rogers the brother. I'm on the bar from the Birmingham Camp, Alabama GMS. Then we get the sentence going to just about how Lord Yahweh Shah, he's on it, is going on to save, a small number of Israelites. Not all Israel gonna be saved, man. The only ones that gonna be saved is the ones that have the true knowledge of the Lord Yahweh Shah. The understanding of his scriptures and his word, his truth. The truth is knowledge of the word, but the rest of Israel, the so-called Negro Latino natives, not gonna be delivered because they don't have that. They ain't gonna have that mark, that market exemption on them, which is having this knowledge understanding of word of the Lord, this truth, and you coming in the correct doctrine, you prophesying, you coming in the right order that the Lord Yahweh Shah has set up. He had set up the apostles and Elder Great Millstone, the minute you see now, the men of Great Millstone that you see now, the Lord Yahweh Shah has set up, the Apostle Tal, Apostle Gabal, Apostle Rumline, Apostle Card, down the elders, and the sincere brethren that you see on the highways and byways teaching the word of the Lord Yahweh Shah. So there's a way to come in. There's a standard. It's always the Lord Yahweh Shah has set up. That the Lord Yahweh Shah has set up already. But you have the other guys that come in. Try to try to set themselves up. Thinking that they could coming to the understanding of the word of Lord Yahweh Shah. They try to do their own thing or their own setup. That's not the case. They ain't in the right spirit anyway. We have these upstart guys, and they learn a few scriptures, that they may heard from. Let's say they heard from the apostle elders, but then, like I say, they only learn a few scriptures and then try to do their own thing, and they just go in left field, and they don't have the spirit of Lord Yahweh Shah. So the Lord Yahweh Shah only looking for the true men, the elect men of the nation of Israel, Israelites that's gonna come in the right order, come in the right doctrine, staying in the right doctrine and not going off on doctrine, and and correctly dividing his word, and not butchering the scriptures, So that's what it boils down to. The Lord Yahweh Shah is not, he's not dealing with all Israel, so-called Negro Latino natives. Men for that matter. He only dealing with the elect men of the nation of Israel Israelites. They had the truth. He know the ones that are his. But I'm getting to Romans 9:27. Besides also cry concerning Israel, though the number of children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. So Israel, so-called Negro Latino natives, they be as the sand of the sea. But Israel, that's a lot of people. You ain't gonna be able to count the sand. So that tells you that Israel, that's a large number of people, of the Lord's chosen people. But only a remnant gonna be saved. So out of that, Israel being the sand of the sea, only a remnant gonna be saved. So only a chosen few out of the nation of Israel Israelites gonna be delivered from the Lord Yahweh Shah, when all hell breaking loose, and when the Lord Yahweh Shah returns, Because you got the 2/3 and you got the 1/3. So 2/3 of the nation of Israel Israelites is going to face number of horrible death and destruction coming to them. And the 1/3 of the nation of Israel Israelites, so-called Negro Latino natives, going to receive, deliverance and mercy from the Lord Yahweh Shai when he returns. But for now, go to John 12:40. He had blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I should heal them. So yeah, the Lord Yahweh Shai, he has blinded 2/3 of the nation of Israelites, so-called Negro Latino natives, to not get this truth, man. He hardened their heart. I mean, that word heart right there goes to the Hebrew word lab and means your mind. So the Lord Yahweh Shai, he has blinded the eyes of 2/3 of the nation Israel Israelites, so-called Negro Latino natives, and their mind. He hardened their mind so they won't get it. So they just continue doing what they doing, being in that docile mind state, just being in the ways of America, just being indoctrinated in the world, and just being indoctrinated of the things of this world, the philosophy of this world. So the Lord Yahweh Shai, he don't want all Israel, nation Israelites, to get this truth. He just want his chosen few that he know, from the beginning, that to receive this knowledge and understand the Lord Yahweh Shai. So, me myself first and foremost, be grateful that you can understand this truth, this knowledge, understand the word of the Lord, because not all Israel can, that's because the Lord Yahweh Shai is, like I say, blind and harden their heart, blind their spiritual eyes to get this understanding of the word, So it's only for a select few that the Lord Yahweh Shai brought into, hopefully I'm part of the righteous number, but he only chose those that he want to, receive the word and to be healed, to have that healing, in the mind, and that have that peace of mind, have an understanding who they are and so forth, what's to come, and not knowing what's about to happen, not being just out here, you don't know what's about to happen. You ain't got no insight about what's about to go on. But only let those so-called Negro Latino natives have an insight what's going to happen, what's to come, having a peace, understanding the word of the Lord, having understanding of reincarnation. You come back, you don't just live one life, that bullshit, that YOLO life, you only live once, that mindset that these people I got out here, that ain't scriptural, that ain't going to the Lord, So, so it gonna benefit the elect of so-called Negro Latino natives to understand the word and to understand prophecy, and understand the parables and the mysteries of the Lord Yahweh Shai, which I'm gonna get that. Let me see. Yeah, I'm get that. It's Matthew 13:9. Who have ears to hear, let them hear. So the Lord Yahweh Shai, it say Yahweh say, who have ears, let them hear. So who have the understanding to understand what I'm about to tell them, This verse, Matthew 13:10. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou into parables? So the disciples asked the Lord Yahweh Shai, why are you speaking to us into parables? These riddles and these dark sayings. Why are you saying this to us? And next verse, Matthew 13:11. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it's not given. So the Lord Yahweh Shai has, he gave his disciples, to understand the mysteries of the word of the Lord Yahweh Shai. He ain't want all the rest of Israel, so-called Negro Latino natives, get it. So that was a small 12, that Lord Yahweh, you know, had chose to get to understand the word, Lord, of his truth and not to understand the word, you know. Not all Israel got that. It felt like the dark sayings, the parables, you know, to understand the prophecies, you know, riddles and so forth. It was only given to the 12 of the nation of so-called Negro Latino natives, the 12 disciples, you know. Put it like that, the 12 disciples, you know, of Israel, Israelites. So it was only given to the 12 disciples that Lord Abishai had chose, you know, when he was here 2,000 so years ago. You know, so not all Israel is not gonna receive this this mercy and truth of the word of Lord Yahweh Shai. You know, like I said, just a small number. 144,000 and the 1/3, you know, the elect of the nation Israelites, you know. but you know, the 144,000 men, you know, the governing body, you know, the chosen men that ordained from the beginning to receive salvation and mercy from the Lord Yahweh Shai, and have understanding of the word, have understanding of the word of the Lord Yahweh Shai, you know, and like I said, and to hope to have mercy me myself, you know. Apostle as a brother, you know, we say, you know, we hope to be, because it's all about holding on to this knowledge. You can have it, then if you don't hold on to it, then you just want part of the number, the righteous number, you know. So me myself just hope to hold on, you know, and hopefully I'll be a part of that righteous number to have mercy and deliverance from Lord Yahweh Shai. So with that, they want me to long. So again, like all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakadash, to the apostle elders, to the sisters and brothers, to the few sisters that do listen, keep the faith in Yahushua, in Yahushua, keep fighting with that, say shalom.